of all the consonants in the vowels. So we are doing this from the last years, and parents are really appreciating this thing. So I'm going to open my presentation first so that it will be easy to understand our content thing. So first the what's and the seconds are first is, let me explain our objectives. So our objective is to increase the phonological awareness of the child. So each and every child aware all the sounds of the consonants, and teach them the consonants and the vowels, and the relationship between the letters and the sound, because the name is different and the sound is different. So they have to, a brief knowledge about all the things, and we are going to practice these letters and the sound. We are going to introduce 2 letters per day. So we are going to revise these 2 letters each and every day. So as we move ahead, and every day we are going to sing an alphabet song so that they are very familiar with the name of the uh, alphabets. And after that, for the bigger kids, we are going to introduce the blending thing, which is very difficult, and we are explaining them very well. And after that blending, we are going to introduce the segmentation and the high frequency words. High frequency words are generally sight words, which are which don't follow the phonics rule basically, but they have to remember it and they have to pronounce it very well. So let's move ahead with the content thing so that we do that. So first slide is all about instruction thing. So there beautifully graphics this slide is, and the instructions are very simple and it's written there only. So first one is like this: be on time. So everyone have to join the class on the time. And the second thing is mute your mic if you are not speaking, because we are taking the class of lots of students together. So that's why we chosen this one. And like this, you can see so many instructions are there, which are beautifully presented on the slide. So I think this is quite understandable. So let's move ahead. So first slide is about motion songs. So first, it is required in the class to be attentive. So first, what we have to do a little motion song. So it's like this, with hands in the air, hands on your head, hands on your shoulders, so that they are easy go with the teacher, and they start enjoying the class. So first is the motion song, and after that we are going to introduce our first sound, which is is. So most of the kids, what is happening, they are they are not making the facial expression correctly. So what happened, so they are not pronouncing the word correctly. So that's why we have the technique is there, all the things are mentioned so beautifully so that they can make the right sound. You can see that to create the S, the front tongue is placed close to the toothbrush, and the tip of the tongue should be close to the upper back to the top front teeth. So like this, we beautifully describe all the things so that they can pronounce and they can make the right facial structure when they are pronouncing the particular word. So like this, we are going to introduce the first sound of first alphabet, which is S. After that, we are going to represent our uppercase and the lowercase of the S, which is we are representing in one slide only because it's very necessary. Some words are there which are similar, quite similar, like you see the S and S, bigger S and the small s. But some words are there which are very different. As you know, the letter G, the big G and the small g. So that's why we are representing this in a one slide, and so they can they know this thing that uppercase, this one is the uppercase and this one is the lowercase s. After that, the basic and the CVC word, first CVC word sun. So teacher is going to express us like this. She will stress on the first sound sun. So by this, they are the kids will know this thing. The first sound will be sun. So the letter. So after that, we will teach them how to make S. So how beautifully they can draw S, and teacher can explain this with the layman language, like you can make one C, then opposite C, and you can see here where the stroke thing is mentioned, so that they can easily learn this thing, how to draw S. After that, the next slide is this, in which we have shown so many things which start with S. So this is for, in enhancing their vocab part also. Like first one is, so which animal starts with S? So they can see snake, which insect starts with S, spider, which thing start with S, a marine, sun, star. So this thing, enhance their vocab also, and they will enhance the first sound, which is S, the beginning sound S. So like this, teacher will do this activity. After that, a brain game is there, in which they have to tell, teacher will ask this question, that how you, can you tell me any shape which start with S? So it's square. So they will answer, somebody will answer, some will not, and it will increase their vocab thing again. So like this again. After that, one tongue twister is there. So this tongue twister is little big, as you can see, 6 socks sit in a sink. So we can use a short one for the younger kid, and we can use the bigger one also. So like this, you can see. And tongue twister is required because they have to listen the sound very carefully, because sometimes what happens, they are in the, sometimes they jumble the words. So for that, to clearing the sound, we are using this tongue twister thing here in our class. So 2 tongue twisters are there, and they'll enjoy this activity also. And after that, so story time is there. The teacher is going to read the story, and the story is having some words also, as you can see. Sally was a slippery snake. So the teacher can emphasize on the new words which they're going to learn, and teacher can work on their voice modulation thing also, like she did not wear shoes, she did not wear slippers. So with the expression, they can read, and they can, they have this tendency to mimic. So they start mimicking how teacher is doing. So this story thing is required for this thing. They are going to learn this voice modulation thing and the vocab thing also. So this is all about story time. After that, we have introduced this rhyme thing, which is, as I open the link first, and this rhyme is very short, and you can see, the snake is in the grass, 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 the snake is in the grass. Just a second. The snake is in the grass, the snake is in the grass. So as you can see, the story, the song is very small and very catchy, so that they can easily, remember this song, and they can easily repeat this song throughout the day, and and emphasizes on the S sound. So this is all about our rhyme thing, and so yeah. So next one is little tricky thing, like they have to find out the first alphabet. Like teacher is going to show them this thing, that the snake, the first image, the snake. Can you tell me the first alphabet for this animal? It will be, again, teacher is going to pronounce the sound, and they are going to tell them that snake, S will come there. So wait. So yes, I'll start from the beginning. Yeah, so then this is the pattern for each and every sound. So for the letter A, again, we are doing the same thing, uppercase and the lowercase. and then how they are going to write the alphabet, how they are making the stroke, 1, 2nd, 3rd, and A stand for which alphabet starts with A. And then after that, again, animal with the A, fruit with the A. So anchor and this thing. Again, the tongue twist is there. Teacher is going to use the action also and the facial expression also, so that it will be a real catchy for them and real understandable for all the kids. And then again, a story about a letter A, again emphasizes on the sound of letter A. And then again, a rhyme like this only, like I have shown you with the letter S. And after that, a puzzle thing, which is this. So it's all about our content thing, and all of that. Above of that, teacher is going to use the games also. Some we have some very nice interactive games like Simon Says and I Can Spy. So teacher will say like this: I can spy a thing which start with S. Can you show me anything which start with S? So they are going to find this thing in their house, and they are going to show to the teacher that this thing starts with S. And Simon Says is there, and so lots of games are interactive games are there. And the most important thing is there, each and every day we are going to revise these sounds, and at the end of the, you can say, our course, they are very well versed with these all sounds. So it's all about our content thing. Hope this all will be this good understandable for all of you. So we are open for this question answer round. So if anybody is having any question, they can ask from us. Hello, am I audible? So if anybody is having any question, they can ask from us.
Shivani, you have to refer Q&A box for the questions.
Yeah, okay. Yes, we are going to use English, and we are going to use both of the language, Hindi and English. And this thing, we will take the priority that the words and the sound should be understandable. Like each and every lesson should be effective. It's not like this, we are rushing and they are not able to understand the thing we are teaching them.
It is suitable for nursery kids as well. So we are starting with the alphabet recognition, and we will focus on uppercase and lowercase and then the sounds. So the child will learn the entire thing in a journey. So we'll make sure that we are starting from the foundation and then moving up one step at a time. So for Kiansh, we have separate courses for the kids who are 4-year-old and 5-year-old and 6-year-olds. So of course, the child who is in first class, he would have learned the phonics, the basic sounds. So we will start with the rest of the rules like blending and segmentation and moving on to digraphs and blends. So we'll be taking care of all those things. We won't mix nursery kids and the first standard kids. So this is for the Hannah Liz Thomas. And the course that you did last year, Vedant, we won't be repeating that one. It will be on the basis what child has already learned and what he will be learning in the future classes. So we will make sure that nothing is repeated. But yes, we will ensure that the foundation is really strong for a child, and basis that we will move forwards. For the timing thing, you can again contact the admin department and they will help you with the timing. For the child who is in first standard, there we require segmentation and blending of the phonic sounds, and that is what we will teach in our course. And basis that, your child can start reading and writing 3-letter words, 4-letter words. Likewise, we will keep on moving. For the nursery kids, the segmentation and blending starts only once they are fluent and clear with the sounds. So if you are sure, if we are sure that they know all the sounds, basic sounds of the alphabets, then we can start with the segmentation and blending. For the queries related to the payment and the fee and timings, you can definitely contact the admin people. For Isaac Singh, who says that your child knows all the sounds, and when he will start with the blending. So when a child knows all the sounds, then we can start with the blending process. And so we'll first test how many sounds your child is clear, and basis that, we will start with the blending process. For Praveen, the syllabus for nursery kids includes all the sounds, and after the sounds are completed, then we start the blending and segmentation. In fact, after covering few sounds, like 6 to 7 sounds, we start with the CVC words. So that will happen for your child as well. Avya, for KG student, again, dear, if the sounds are clear, then it is the segmentation and blending and digraphs and blends that we start with. And in case your child is not clear with the sounds, then of course we'll first clear the sounds and then move up the ladder. Find the details related to the course, related to the age group and fees with the admin people. I think they'll be able to provide you some material wherein you can check out these basic details, and then of course you can enroll your child for the course, wherein it's a beautiful journey where your child will learn the phonics and will learn how to read and write using phonics.
So the question is this: how is the course different from the what is taught in the normal school session? The thing is this: the normal school session, they are not focusing on the sounds thing. So if sound is not clear, they are not going to read the big words correctly, because most of the phonics rules are basically depend on this thing, that how beautifully you are making long sound, short sound, and how you are doing this, where you have to use the short sound, long sound, and some rules are there which are very interesting and which are very helpful for the spelling thing also, like CK rule is there and the floss rule is there. So that's why we are going to introduce this, and it will help them to learn the spelling also. So it's all depend on the question is this is their separate class for senior KG children. The question is all about your kid. It's if the kid is very familiar with the sounds and the blending thing, and then we will move ahead with the phonic rules so that they can learn 5 or 6 letter words, and then he can read well. So phonics is a beautiful itself. It's a 2 or 3 year course. So we can read so many things, and how beautifully you can express yourself, and creative writing is there, and voice modulation is there. So all the things are included in this class, in this our curriculum. So you will provide some worksheet or study material or notes of each class. Yes, we are going to provide each and everything so that they can revise it well. So we are going to provide. And the thing is this, you can say, what more thing I want to tell you, that most of the kids, with what I feel, they are very confused with the vowel sound a and e, o and u, and long, you can say long u and double o. So this is very tricky. So where we have to use these sounds. So when the letter combine together, they also make a very different sound. So these things are very tricky, and they are not going to introduce in the school. I don't think so. So and we are working on this thing, that how, where are the loopholes, and where we can work and make them understand the sounds. So we'll be sharing the PPT done in the class. We are going to share the worksheets, and for PPT thing, we have to, PPT we can't share. We will share the worksheet, that it will be more than enough to, revise the things. Yes, the fixed structure thing, you can consultate. I really don't know this thing. A week has only 7 days.
So Hannah, the course I think is for 2 weeks, and 2 weeks or maybe more, and you can accordingly, if you like our course, then of course you can extend as well. So we'll take care of that part. Yes, Arhan, we will try to complete all the letters in 14 days. But of course, there is more to phonics rather than just the letters and the sounds. So we will try our maximum level, making sure that the child is learning and absorbing whatever we are teaching him or her. And basis that, of course, we will try to finish it up in 14 days, the basic sounds and of course the basic blending as well. So I would definitely, say one thing, that phonics is actually the backbone for a child when it comes to reading and writing. And we are providing phonics learning through fun. So if you will join and if you will experience the course, then I am sure it will be all, positive feedback and positive feeling that your child has gained some very useful skill with us. So just go for it, parents, and you can give it a shot and let your child learn with us and see him or her growing.
So we are not putting pressure on parents to, this is not a hard and fast rule there, you have to do this worksheet and this thing is there. It's all of, the revision of the kids. If it is easily available for you, then you can do. And if you're not you are not able to find out the printout of the documents, then it's also fine.
You can definitely teach through the soft copy, and if you have a system or a tab, then of course your child can do that particular exercise or worksheet on the system itself. So it is not necessary for the printout thing, or maybe you can just draw it for your child, because the worksheet at such a level, it's more about little words and alphabets coming in the picture, so shouldn't be a problem. So ISEC, the phonics course, actually, if you look at the US and UK study, so it's a entire 2 to 3 years course. And with us, we try to finish it, or we try to make sure that the child is learning and covering up all the 44 sounds and learn to read 5 letter, 6 letter words in, I think, 1 to 1.5 years. And of course, it totally depends on the level of your child. So what is the grasping speed of your child? All those things are taken into consideration as well. Yes, we will try, and we will provide you with the basics, of course. So basis your child's age group or age, we will make sure that we are starting from the very basic for your child. Again, I said for the fee related queries, it would be great if you can, contact the admin directly. We would love to answer more of your queries, and then we would definitely want you to experience our course as well. It's going to be a wonderful thing that you can give to your child during this pandemic and lockdown situation, when we know the learning of the children have literally gone down because of the circumstances and because of the mindset of the people, because we are actually fighting with lots of things during this tough time. So I am quite sure they will really enjoy the session, and they will look forward for such a class every day. And that could be just one thing wherein you as a parent is going to give something beautiful to your child. For number of kids in the class, Avya, we'll give you a heads up about it once we have the total number of enrollments with us. Any other questions or queries from the parents' end is more welcome.
Palak, if you can see, there are some open questions if you want to answer. I mean, if you have not answered.
For the kids who are in first standard, and if the child doesn't know how to read, so we'll try with the first we'll try and observe if the child is clear with the sounds. As the child grows, the sounds and the alphabet need to seep in into the brain first, and if the child is clear with the sounds, then of course we'll start with the process of segmentation and blending of sounds, and that's how we start the reading process for your child. So we will make sure of that part. And like I already told, that every child is a different one. So some 4-year-old child would be reading three words, 3-letter words already, CBC words, and maybe a 6-year-old will just start with the sounds, phonic sounds. So that difference can be taken care of by noticing and by observing where your child is at currently. And we are serving this course to some 15 different nationalities. And when nationalities come into the picture, uh, different age groups learn different stages of phonics in their lives. Like, in India, we are actually very fast forward. So if you compare an Indian kid with a Mauritian kid, or, a kid from Singapore, they learn blending, segmentation, or CVC words when they are 6-year-old or maybe more. But a child here in India is already done with CVC words and is, writing sentences, short sentences like, about myself or my school. So this is the difference. And could be that, some child wouldn't have learned or was not able to give much of the time to learning of the sounds or the phonics very well during the initial years. Then also there is no worry, there is no hurry. You can of course make sure that your child is learning phonics even if he is 6 or 7 or 8 years old. So that totally depends how we are teaching and what all methodologies we are using for the elder ones.
I also want to introduce, say one point in this, that for blending thing, I told you in the when I'm representing the session that blending itself is a very difficult thing for the kids. So that's why we are using such a good techniques or teaching aids, we can say, that it will be easy for them. As a parent, you don't know, because we are technical persons, so we know how to make them understand this thing, how they have to blend the sounds. So we are using some good techniques and like these teaching aids and some things like that. So it will be easy for them to read big words if they are easy with this CBC word, and after that with the sites word they are going to read the full sentences.
Teaching involves lots of fun and interactive sessions, and we make sure that the children are having lots of fun. So we have introduced few games as well. I'm sure few of the parents here would be aware of such things, like we have I Spy with My Little Eye. I hope you people, you parents can relate to it, or Simon Says. So raise your hand, or touch your head. So like these, and such sessions improve the physical response of the child, and of course that leads to better learning and better absorption of the topic that we are going to teach in the session.
Palak, I think we are good with the questions. So thank you, Palak and Shivani. Indeed, it was a great session. So everybody, you can watch this recording session again on our YouTube channel and on Facebook page as well. So see you soon, guys. Thank you, Palak and Shivani.
Yeah, thank you, dear. Take care and stay safe, all of the people. And we wish to see you soon again in our sessions, having some great fun and great learning together.